Previously on Warzone. What's going on, YouTube? Hey, so the other day I'm with my squad and we're getting ready to drop into Verdansk and we couldn't decide on a DZ. So jokingly I said I always wanted to try the downtown Easter egg. Next thing I know, we're headed to City Hall. And guess what? We pulled it off. No, not on the first try. But after 5 or 6 runs with a crew that had never even attempted this Easter egg, we actually did pull it off, grabbed that sweet loot, and got that Bruin skin. I'm going to show you exactly how we did it so you can complete this Easter egg for yourself. If you enjoy the video and find it useful, smash that like button. And if you're new around here, subscribe with notifications on so you know every time I post a new video. Alright, let's dive in. Alright, let's start with an unedited gameplay clip from our first completed run of the puzzle solving portion of this Easter egg. Couple things to note, the more people you have in the squad, the easier this is going to be to complete, although we have completed this in quads, trios, and duos with my squad, and it is very doable with solos once you know the puzzle. Number 2, I'd highly recommend doing this in Plunder so you don't have to worry about the gas. Although it is doable in regular BR, you would want to make sure your first circle is aligned with the airport and dam. Number 3, I'd highly recommend a pen and paper, pad and paper, pencil paper, something to write some things down with. There's a lot of codes, math, and different things going on here, even some picture matching game. So, unless you got that big brain 200 IQ, highly recommend writing things down so you can keep it all straight. There's a lot going on here in a very short amount of time. Last but not least, get ready to take some screenshots. I've actually photo edited some pictures and screenshots for you, so you want to snap that time. I'll slow the video down so you get time to take a screenshot, and then I would disperse that through the team so everybody gets familiar with these pictures and locations. Alright, I'll let the rest of this video play out, and then we'll get into breaking it down, piece by piece.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Okay, that was the first half of the Easter egg, the puzzle solving portion. Now let's break it down. If you're new to Warzone and don't know how to find the City Hall building, just look on your map for the word downtown. Zoom all the way in and the word downtown will be right over top the City Hall building. Yeah, the one that looks like a giant GameCube. Here's a view of me parachuting into City Hall. A couple things to note. There are doors and entrances on all sides of the building, although I like to go into the front door to get oriented with the lobby. That green roof building right there is the closest subway entrance. It's the fastest and safest way to get to the airport after you complete the puzzle, although you can get there by any means. You know you're on the front side of the building when you see the obelisk straight across the street, and you can look for these 2 lion statues at the front door. Let's head into the lobby, and I'll show you the layout. When you come through the front doors, directly to your right you'll see a reception desk. If you jump behind the counter, to your left you'll find the keypad to lock down the building and begin the 60-second timer and start the gas. Behind that you'll find the computer, where you'll be given the pictures, numbers, and be able to enter the code to activate the subway. Alright, let's talk about the pictures. There's 8 pictures located in the building. I'll show you their locations and break them down for you. I did a little photo edit of each of the pictures. This picture is located in the lobby. Our team designated calling it Satchel, but you can make a name or designation for these pictures anything that you want. Just make it easy to remember, something that looks like the picture. And if you were going to run this solo, I would come up with an abbreviation for when you're writing it down so you know which picture to go to. In the top right corner, I've blown up the portion of the picture that will be shown to you on the computer. Notice the blank plaque underneath each picture. This will be assigned a random Roman numeral that will be different each time you attempt a run, and will not appear until you lock down the building. Now would be a great time to take a screenshot, and each new picture we get to, I'll leave the screen up for 5 seconds so you can screenshot those as well. After we visit all 8 pictures, I've also compiled a screen with all 8 pictures together so you can screenshot that. Let's continue. This is our first picture. It is left of the main doors in the lobby, we called it Satchel. The next picture is directly behind that, also in the lobby. We called this picture Metals. Then down the left hallway, we called this picture Haunted. Next picture in the left hallway, we called this Sash. The third picture in the left hallway, we called this Horse. Now let's check out the right-hand hallway and the 3 pictures there. Note that the first picture that you come to, there is actually no picture, but you will see the picture of a man's face on the computer. Just note that that is no picture. Next, in the right hallway, we called this House. Some people call it Mansion. Next picture in the right hallway, we called this Bridge. Some people call this Hills. Here's a picture of all 8 pictures together. Take a screenshot. Note 2 in the lobby, 3 in the right hallway, 3 in the left hallway. Now you know the pictures and their locations. Let's enter the security code, lock down the building, begin the gas, and the 60-second timer. If you do not complete this in 60 seconds, your team will wipe. The security code is 2179. It's always 2179. That locks down the building, starts the gas. Then you can access the computer terminal. The computer terminal will show you 4 of the 8 pictures. You have to figure out which ones to go to, retrieve the Roman numerals, and add or subtract the number that it gives with each picture. The red X just designates that that was the first picture and its number. If you are given a picture immediately followed by a red X, that just means that you do not add or subtract anything to the Roman numeral underneath that picture. Once you retrieve the Roman numerals and add or subtract accordingly, that is the code that you will enter into the computer. Let's watch it again in slow motion. Enter the code 2179. It'd be a good idea to separate your team. Send someone down the left hallway, the right hallway, and somebody to check the pictures in the lobby. They'll relay the Roman numerals when you relay the information from the computer to tell them which picture that they need to check the Roman numerals for. So, Metals, +1, they tell you the Roman numeral, you write both things down, you add or subtract +1 from whatever the Roman numeral was that was relayed to you, and that is your first number. Do that for all 4 pictures, and you'll have the code to enter into the computer to activate the subway. You can only access the computer 3 times, or it'll wipe your squad. I main the computer, so with everyone in place, I access the terminal. I called out Metals, wrote down +1, listened for the Roman numeral. Called out Satchel, wrote down +2. Called out No Picture, wrote down nothing. Called out Haunted, wrote down -1. I listened for the Roman numerals, I did the math, came up with the code, and now I'm going to input it into the computer. Note that the numbers are broken into halves. You have to enter the top half of each number in the sequence before you can enter the bottom half of each number. So our code ended up being 4, 6, 9, 2. I entered the top half, then I entered the bottom half. This is a little tricky at first, but with a little practice, it shouldn't be an issue. Remember, the 60-second timer is clicking this whole time, so time is of the essence. But done correctly, you access the subway, and you're on your way to sweet, sweet loot. Alright, the next part is easy. You just have to make it to the subway terminal at the airport. Getting there however you wish, but again, remember, that green roof right outside of City Hall is access to the subway. You'll have to take a couple trips on the train to get there, but it is the quickest, safest way from downtown. You could also take a helicopter, run, take another subway entrance. Whatever you do, you just got to get there. Alright, we took the subway on our run, and we're pulling up to the terminal. You have to access a computer to activate a secret maintenance train to take it to the bunker. This is the room where you're going to see the computer screens. There was a chest in the way on our run, so I couldn't find the button right off the bat. but it's right here.
Enemy UAV overhead.
This will activate the maintenance train to come to take you to the maintenance bunker. Note that there's usually still a train on its way. The one that says Lafayette Pass right now is not the train that you want to get on. You have to wait until that train passes and the sign will scramble, and then that is the correct train to get on. We'll show you here in just a second. Lafayette Pass train pulling up in 10 seconds. Do not get on this train. Wait for it to pass. The maintenance train is on its way right after that train. Lafayette train pulls out. The sign begins to scramble. This is the maintenance train. Hop on. On the destination, it'll show you you're headed to maintenance. Stay on this train, and the next thing you know, you'll be in that bunker grabbing the loot and the Bruin skin.
Take that item. Requesting recon on my position.
Copy. Advanced UAV entering the AO. Scanning for hostiles.
Behind these doors on the table, you'll find the Bruin skin. As long as one person in the squad picks it up, it'll be activated for everyone. It'll be added to your armory, and after this match, you can find it by going to your loadout, adding a Bruin, scrolling over one, and selecting the Firebrand skin. When you're done collecting the loot and ready to exit the bunker, there's a switch in one of the rooms that'll start the train and return you to the match. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful, and it helps you complete the downtown, city hall, subway, Easter egg, whatever you want to call it. Until next time, I'm Sleeve1080, and this has been Previously on Warzone.